Hey guys, today's video is going to be me helping you guys release yourself from your old story, from your past. I'm going to be giving you guys the courage, the bravery, and the positivity, the self-love to be able to walk away from what does not serve you anymore. And sometimes it just may be old stories that is imprinted within our bodies, within our energy, within our mind, stories that we keep telling ourselves over and over again, stories that we keep replaying over and over again, dreams that we keep having that is relating to the old story, articles of clothing, pieces of like things that we have around our house that it still relates to the old story. I'm going to give you the courage and the bravery just to cut loose, to cut free, and don't be afraid to start anew. I'm going to start off with Maligano Jasper. It's going to help you to release it's going to help you to transform by giving you that courage and that bravery. I'm going to start with my energy first. It's okay. So I've been doing a lot of the wisdom in my head to just transmit it through energy, but I think that was a signal from the birds to speak. So you guys, you have to let whatever feelings, whatever anger, whatever sadness, whatever shame, whatever you're regretting, because your mind and your body is connected. You cannot disconnect the two. You know, if you want to get out your head and you want to tune into your body, sometimes that involves addressing the traumas that are stored in your body, the memories. Because your body is just, you may think that you're so in your mind, but your mind and your body is constantly communicating. So whatever thoughts is constantly popping up in your mind, that's could be what's stored in your body, and most of the time it is. So you have to release what's in your body, and it can be very uncomfortable. So like in the last video, I said I was doing somatic exercises, and you know, I saw a comment, and I know that everyone's different, but I thought 45 minutes was a lot. As she was releasing her iliopsoas muscle, she was shaking, and that's normal. You can shake and cry because that's your body's built-in mechanism. So cry. If this video is bringing up emotions, let them out. If you're feeling a rush of anger, know that is bad. But in order for you to process and to let go of the old story of anger, so that you can bring in those positive experiences that you're so desiring to have. That those experiences of respect, where you're not feeling violated, you're feeling cherished and appreciated. You have to let go of that old story within your body. Because your body is sending signals to your mind, and your mind is sending signals to the universe that you still want the same story because it's still there. So it was a comment saying, you know, she shook for 45 minutes straight, and the intensity, you know, was going up and down, but afterwards, you know, she stopped shaking and she felt so much better. Yesterday, it took me 3 hours and 23 minutes. And I know this because when I started playing like a healing, like a healing sound. Heal from Lack of Father's Love actually was the video. It popped up, so I clicked on it. And the video was 3 hours and 33 minutes in its entirety. When I finished the shaking, it was so uncomfortable. It was at 3 hours and 23 minutes of me shaking. And then as you shake, as you release the trauma from your body, you release it. You release it through sweating, but mostly you have to stay hydrated. You release it through peeing. That's what it's for. Your urinary system, your elimination system. I tapped on my lymphatic systems because those of us who have gone through trauma, that is keeping trauma stored in our body. It stress, trauma, it alters the way we eliminate waste, the way we eliminate trauma. So we end up holding on to those experiences, those negative emotions get stored. Every time we don't allow ourselves to feel an emotion, no matter, and this is for my highly spiritual people, put your hand up to me. For those of you, and you don't even have to be highly spiritual. For those of you who can see beyond a situation, who can see a situation from a higher perspective, but that situation still dredges up difficult emotions. Like, oh, you know that this situation is only temporary, but it causes you sadness. And you feel like you shouldn't feel that sadness because you know it's a temporary situation. If you don't allow yourself to feel that sadness, you're going to be dealing with it later. It's going to get stored in your body. Emotions are meant to be felt, to be acknowledged, not to be logicked out of. Don't logic your way. Don't higher consciousness your way out of a situation. A lot of people do that with this bullcrap manifesting that really can keep you in a loop where you're denying your 3D reality. You're denying it. You're denying it. You're denying it. And and it's not even, yes, you're supposed to deny that 3D reality, but you already have with that higher knowledge. You already know. But when you go so far to the extreme where you're not even allowing yourself to experience everything that comes with that, the emotions, you know, they say be Delulu. Yes, Delulu doesn't mean a perpetual state of happiness, of naivety, of la la land. Because actually that'll induce the opposite. Then you'll start going into patterns of depression, of anxiety, of panic, of fear. You'll actually keep you stuck. It'll keep you stuck. Have you ever held something so long and so tightly that when it's time to let go, your brain is like, let it go. But your body is so used to holding on to that anger, holding on to that sadness, holding on to that anxiety, that feeling of depression, that you just can't let go. Now imagine you're in the sea, and you're holding on to these weights, and you're just trying to keep your head above water, but the weights are obviously pulling you down. Don't you want to know? And some of you, more than your head is above water, you become stronger. Because that's what I did. I became stronger. Strong enough to hold my heavy weights. So my head went from this to I'm treading. It's here. I'm okay. But don't you want to know that once those heavy weights fall, what'll happen? You might rise out of the water and start flying completely. So I want to take away that fear. I'm not taking away your emotions. I'm taking away, because if you had experienced fear regarding whatever, okay, sorry about that, guys. Let yourself fly. You remember when you were a kid and you didn't have the weight of the world, the weight of your experiences on your shoulder? I don't know about some of you, but I've had chronic pain for a long, long time now. I've had anxiety attacks for more than 2 decades. I've had this chronic pain in my neck and my shoulders. For 10 years now. Don't you guys want to know what it's like to be free? To not feel like your body is a prison? Because if you guys have ever wondered where does flexibility go, it doesn't go anywhere. And why can't stretching help? It's because your body is so twisted up with the trauma, with the anger, with the everything that you've yet to release, that it can't relax. That's why somatic exercises frequently bring on crying. Crying naturally lowers our cortisol level, which is what your body releases when it feels in danger, when it goes through emotional trauma. It gets stored as cortisol. And probably other hormones that you get to release when you do these exercises, when you cry, when you just sit and hold yourself and allow your emotions to be seen. Don't run away from it, and don't be afraid of it, because I was running and it's overwhelming. Like I said, this lady said 45 minutes. I'm like, oh yeah, 45 minutes. 3 hours and 23 minutes. And I know it wasn't all of my lifetime. Because nervous system dysregulation, like you said, if mental illness runs into the family, then your mother has passed that onto you. It is stored in our DNA and it becomes passed along. And we can either pass along the unhealed version of that trauma, the unreleased version of that trauma, or the released, healed version of that trauma. It still gets stored either way, but it could be something that builds legacies or builds generational curses. Oh, I know, I felt it. They was like, oh girl, you're preaching. I'm sorry. Like, that was like an aside from like the moment. But I'm gonna use Maligano Jasper to help you with that courage and that bravery to make that transformation. Something is gonna shift within your energy. The energy on this planet is shifting right now. We're having an historic, and I got the download that it's coming from below. It's coming from below and triggering above. And the above is responding to the below and is feeding us the energy that we need. Mother said we are ready. Mother Gaia, she said we are ready to shift. Her children is ready to shift. It ain't about me. I know something just popped in my head, was like her child. And it's not all about me right now. But we are ready to shift. All I hear is ready or not. Here I come. You can't run. I'm gonna find you. And maybe that's my energy telling y'all that. Like, ready or not, here I come. This transformation energy, this healing energy that I know I have, I'm coming. To a screen near you. And it's not going to be an overnight thing. If you've gone through 28 years plus the womb of trauma, plus generationals, things your ancestors have went through that was never released, then it's going to take some time. It's going to take some time. And that's where a lot of dedication and resilience is going to have to come in. So here, honestly, this is a mix. And I'm pretty sure this is fool's gold. And it has some feldspar. So it's grounding. And it just lights up your solar plexus chakra to give you that resilience and that's determination, because it's going to take that 3 hours and 23 minutes. It was worth it because I didn't shake. And you have to keep telling yourself, because then my mind tried to play tricks on me. My ego tried to play tricks on me by telling me to stop, that I was shaking because my muscles were giving out, my muscles were tired. But I'm like, wait, this is not normal. I had to just keep reminding myself to shake is not normal. That's not the body's normal response to doing these exercises. That it has nothing to do with my muscle being tired, the iliopsoas. It has nothing to do with that. And it has everything to do with trauma. I had to tell myself over and over again. Every time I went to the bathroom and I got up and my lower back felt like it was on fire, I was stiff because I was releasing all of this inner tension. And it was kind of it wasn't going other places, but it was like coming up other places. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like when you soak something that's really dirty and grimy, like with bubbles, and like the dirt kind of comes up to the bubbles. It comes up to the surface. And I had to just move and twist through the tension and lay back down. Because let me tell you, it was a couple times I was like, you know what? I'm done. And then once I realized, I didn't even look at the time at first until it reached about 2 hours and 30 minutes. That last hour, like, really tested me. And it was just like, keep going. I had the birds visit me to tell me, keep going. Keep going. Please keep going. Because you ever play those games where you're loading or you have to press the button a lot, and as soon as you stop pressing the button, it's like everything goes back to zero? That's kind of how it was. Not quite like that, but like I've done the iliopsoas muscle before. It's like you do have to go, if you know anything about fascia release, you do have to go into the point of release. There's no point in just pushing it and just feeling it. And it's painful. It was painful at times, and then it would go away, and then it would come back, because I can feel the point of tension reaching, and then it would release, and then it would go deeper, another point of tension, then it will release. But if you feel that point of tension and you give up, you never get to the release point. So you have to see it all the way through. That doesn't mean do it all at once. Do one muscle group at a time. Because next I'm going to conquer this neck pain. Right now my neck is on fire. Now it could be some kundalini energy and everything. You know what I'm saying? But my neck is on fire. It felt like how I did when I was a nurse. On fucking fire. That's why nobody could pay me to be a nurse again. On fire. Ooh, 11-11 as I say that. You couldn't pay me $1 million to be a nurse again. I was on fucking fire. My brain, my body. Okay, so I just got the download. So this is a mix. So me being on fire, it is like, it's because, you know, your body is focusing. It's like, oh, I'm not so tense around there. So now I just feel the tension up here, and Kundalini energy, and this big ass energy shift. So, you know, also be gentle with yourself. The next thing I'm going to release is the back of my legs. I haven't been able to truly and comfortably do a split since I was in elementary school. I did one briefly when I was in 11th grade, but it went away just as quickly as I gained it. And that is because the trauma, the fascia, like when you cannot stretch these things out, you have to shake them out. That's why I don't know if you guys see me on TikTok. I got a little video of me shaking my little hips to let go. I have Mookaite Jasper. This is the last crystal. This is a heart chakra crystal, because you need to be able to love yourself enough to release yourself. Because it's going to take that dedication. It's going to take that transformation. It's going to take sitting in a comfortability. I was uncomfortable for 3 hours and 23 minutes. And I keep saying that because that is no joke. That is longer than most movies. And no, I wasn't listening to music. No, I was just focusing. I was inward. Eyes closed, inward, just trying to hold on. Letting it go, crying, not crying, getting up, peeing, drinking water, laying back down, getting right back to it. It's going to take a lot of dedication and a lot of focus. But at the end of the day, you're doing it for you. You cannot do this for anybody else. You cannot. Not even your children, because my babies was messing with me, and I was like, oh, should I stop? Because then, you know, we stuck in one room. I was getting frustrated, because then they were getting sad because I was crying. It was just, then you'll have a lot of outside distractions to really test, to really see if you want to release yourself, if you want to free yourself. And I did. And I asked for strength. Yes, I did. I asked for strength multiple times from my ancestors, from my angels, and they came. Every time I feel like they felt like I was giving up, or every time like I made a big, you know, breakthrough, they would come to the window, and I could see them in the window, like right in my window. Like they was peeking their head down like, hello. But it will come. That strength will come. Ask for it. Ask for it. If you feel like you don't have the strength, they will give it to you. Because they will never give you more than you can handle. You never have to do things alone. They didn't ask you to release on your own. They just asked you to release. I'm not asking you to release on your own. This is why I'm here. I'm helping you. Whatever resistance is keeping you from releasing, this is going to help with that. And then the real work begins, because oftentimes the real work is within ourselves and within ourselves only. It's nothing that nobody can give you. Nobody. And I mean nobody. Nobody can do a spell for you. They are taking your money. They are lying. Nobody can do this for you. I can help you break down the barriers so that you're prime, you're ready to, but the nitty-gritty of it, you have to do that yourself. And you can, because you never have to do it alone. Spirit is always there, but nobody on this physical realm can physically help you with the work. And even then, they don't technically help you with the work. They just give you an extra strength, an extra boost. Just working on your heart chakra. Love, bravery, courage, self-love. Free yourself. I feel the most free when I'm flexible. And that's because, like I said, trauma inhibits movement, inflammation. It inhibits movement, then it gets stored there. What happens when you hurt yourself, when you bump something? It gets swollen and you can't move it. But instead of healing and it goes back to its regular, no, what trauma does, it stays there. And it becomes from you doing this to you doing this. And then more trauma from you doing this to you doing this. I hope this really helped. I hope this really helps. If you guys try it, or whatever it is that you're releasing, whatever it is you're changing up, you're throwing away, whether it's starting a new career, we can do this. Ashe, ashe, ashe.